Hello, thank you so much, Chelsea. She was absolutely amazing, and we are so blessed to have her with our doTERRA family. I hope you guys took a ton of notes. I am going to talk to you about the skill of inviting. I am super excited. This is one of my favorite things to talk about. I think this is one of the most simple things we can do, but also it can be one of the most intimidating things we do. So what I'm going to teach you is some basic little quotes or little sayings that will really help take that pressure off of you, because really this is not about us. This is about us sharing something with someone that we know needs these oils. When we look around us, we know that everybody needs to be able to benefit from these amazing essential oils, but it's up to us to be that messenger. So we're going to talk about how do we share in an effective way that not only will they get to experience an oil, but they have the experience to come and learn more. So when we're talking about inviting, first we want to share an experience, right? You want to think about those people, your friends, your coworkers, your family, and we want to make sure that they have got to experience what these oils do, right? The smell of them, how they work with our bodies. We want to make sure that everyone has that experience. So it's really important for us to learn this together. So everybody grab your launch guides and let's turn to page 10 and 11 where we can follow along together. So when you look at the bottom of page 10, it talks about sharing an experience. Remember, all of this is an invitation. We're inviting them to share their first experience, right? We want to give them that first aroma, that first feeling of how when they breathe it in, how it opens up their airways, how maybe they have a tingling sensation when you put it on the back of their neck, whatever that looks like. But we want to make sure that they have that first exposure. And then, of course, we want to make sure that we invite them to that next step, which is learning more about these oils. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this launch guide together. So let's read on the bottom of page 10 what it says. When you look at number 1, it says, share an experience. Are you open to trying something natural? I love that phrase because it's a simple phrase, but it is a very effective phrase. We are just asking them if they were open to trying something natural. Remember, you're not attached to this outcome. It's just giving us the phrases that make us comfortable sharing these oils with them. And then when you look underneath that, it talks about simple little things. Make your sharing relevant by asking questions to discover their health priorities during ordinary conversation. Ask permission to share a drop of oil with them. So as we're talking to someone, all of the conversations that we have, sometimes we notice that people might sniffle during that, they might grab the back of their neck, they might talk about their child and how they've been having some issues with their children at home. That gives us enough information that gives us the opportunity to then say, hey, you know what, I noticed during our discussion that you were talking about your son that has been having a little bit of respiratory discomfort. Would it be okay if I shared an oil with you? See how simple that is? Just asking permission, right? It's not about trying to sell them anything. It's about getting these oils into their hands. Then when you continue to move down, share how the products have helped you. Now, it's really natural in this part to almost want to throw up all this information all over them, right? We get so excited about these oils. We know how they have worked in our home. We know how they have worked with us, and we just want them to experience it all. But remember, this is their first introduction, so keep it simple. Maybe just talk about a couple of the little things in your home that you've noticed, why you feel empowered as a mom. But remember, keep it simple so that they want to be engaged in more information. Make sure to get contact information and get permission to follow up within 72 hours. This is really a huge key to our success when we are building our business, is the follow-up part of this. The next step is to make sure that you get their contact information and follow up within 72 hours. So again, just asking that permission. Would it be okay if I called you tomorrow and checked in and see how you're loving those oils? Would it be okay if I called you on Tuesday? Or you can even ask them, hey, I want to make sure that I follow up with you to make sure that you're using that oil and you're having the results that you want. What is a good time in the next 24 to 48 hours that I can get a hold of you so that they can then tell you the time? But what's most important is that we practice this, right? I can give you this information, but if you're not practicing, then you're not going to feel confident. So let's make sure that we practice together. I'm going to go ahead and invite my friend Melina Harrison up. In any normal conversation, we would already be talking about what is going on in our life, right? We have rapport together. We talk about what's going on at home, whether it be emotional, whether it be immune issues. And so today, she had already been sharing with me that she has been suffering from
just having a hard time sleeping because I'm, having a hard time breathing whenever I lay down, and it's just been really rough to actually get those hours of sleep that I need. So then with the children the next day, I'm so exhausted.
And so I'm going to ask her, hey, would you be open to trying something natural?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I don't know if you're familiar with essential oils, but they are absolutely amazing, and they have been just a blessing in our home. My son also can have some respiratory issues, and this has been just something that has been a great support to his body. So this is called Breathe.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and take the lid off. Would it be okay if you just put a spot in your hand, a little drop? And then I want you to rub your hands together. In fact, you know what? I'll do it with you.
Okay. So like this?
Yep, just put it in your hands, rub your hands together, and then cup your hands. Take a deep breath through your mouth.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
Now follow with through your nose.
Oh, I can feel it already.
Yeah, it just opens up those airways and really promotes just clearer breathing. Do you like that?
I love this.
Would you be open to learning more?
Yes, yes. Do you have oils for other things?
Oh my goodness, we have oils for everything. We actually have a class on Thursday at 7 o'clock. If that works, I would love for you to come, or I am more than happy to meet you at Jamba Juice or a deli, whatever works best for you.
Yeah, I think Thursday, 7 o'clock, is that at your house?
It's at my house. Let me get you all the information.
Yeah, I think that will work.
Okay, I'm excited. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, this stuff sounds amazing. I think I've seen you post about it. I'm excited to learn more.
Great. Okay, Melina, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. You see how easy that is? You give them an experience and you invite them to the next step. Now remember, we want you to practice this. It's really important because, again, all these tools are amazing, but we want you to get comfortable with it. So go ahead and pause your camera. If you are in a group, turn to the person next to you, and I want you guys to practice sharing an experience. For those of you at home, you know what? Go grab your husband, grab a family member, grab the mirror, whatever that looks like, but start practicing. And remember to have a smile on your face because this is exciting. Welcome back. How did you guys enjoy that? For some of you, you might have felt like it felt a little funny, right? You stumbled over your words. Others of you may have felt really confident in this, and that is awesome. We don't care what stage you're in. We just want you to continue practicing that so that all of you feel confident when you go out and start practicing on your friends and family and sharing these experiences with them. So remember, the next step is making sure that they come to your class. We want to teach you how to remind without saying the word remind. So when you have that class on Thursday night at 7 o'clock, we don't want to call and say, hey, I'm just reminding you to show up. That kind of gives them the feeling that you don't think they're competent of remembering what time that class was, right? So they have amazing different programs out there. There's Canva, there's all these pretty apps that you can make these textable graphics that you can send to them just a couple hours before that class. What I like to do is, of course, include all the information, my address, maybe talk about if I'm going to have a couple little snacks, and then I like to send it a couple hours before the class and say, hey, I cannot wait to see you tonight. It's a great way that they are reminded without me ever saying that word. And we all know that we live a really busy lifestyle. And so it's important that we just send that little reminder and let them know how excited we are. Another thing is sometimes if you want to ensure a higher audience, a higher number in your audience, you can even say on that graphic, hey, if you bring a friend, you get entered into a raffle for a free prize. That's always fun too. Or, hey, we're having an on-time prize drawing. So if you show up on time, then you get entered into a special drawing. Whatever feels most comfortable to you, decide and do it. The most important thing is that you apply this. One last tip, don't forget to put those people that you're sampling into the Share Success Pro app. It is really important that we get that information out. So when I sampled Breathe to my friend Melina, I'm going to put that in the app. It's going to automatically send her some updates from my phone and little information pages on how to use that. And it's going to remind me to make sure that I remind her for the class. So it's a great little tool that we have that helps not only us keep track, but it gives them the information of how to use these oils. So let's do a quick overview of what we just learned. First, we talked about how to share. We're asking them if they're open to trying something natural. Then we asked them if they were open to learning more. And then, of course, we reminded them without saying that word, remind. These are all important steps as we build our business, and I am confident that each one of you will master the step of inviting and grow your business to what you want. So remember, get out there and practice this because you want to become a pro at this part of it so that you can spread the love of these oils on everyone around you. So next up, I'm so excited to be able to introduce Callie Wilson. She is an amazing presenter and she just has this heart to serve and love on others. She is going to talk to you about how to present. So please help me welcome Callie Wilson to the stage.